Looks like we are going to have the pause going underway. You know, we've been casting for 5 years, John. With some of the crap we've said, I can't believe we're still casting. Honestly, it's like, it's either people just mute us and don't listen, or they're just like, whatever. These two are idiots anyway. It's all
yeah,
right.
no,
Let
it's
'em go.
definitely the latter part. They just hear it. Oh well, these guys don't know what they're talking about. They're surely not. They probably don't know what's going on in their own lives, which is exactly how we've stayed safe, Mike. Yes, we really don't though.
Very accurate. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't know how I got married. It happened. Red Panda. He may not know how he dies in a moment. In fact, never mind. They back off. Nice rebound. Is there Xingxi on target, but he has to run now. No way to escape, but there is actually a way to escape, and that's just power walking. Marcy, she'll be just fine. Excellent power walker here.
Yep. Just strolling through, jumping in, causing havoc, and backing off. Not much is lost. They were forced back by a really nice EMP coming out from Emo. You do not want to lose your mana there if you are DSF, so just forced to walk away. And that does force out level 1 Wex, but shouldn't be too bad.
Can I just take a moment as well, John? I mean, earlier on I praised the Void Arcana. I do have to praise one more thing about this Battle Pass, because Valve has been copying a lot of flack about it. The music pack. The music pack,
oh, yes.
Really well done. Whoever did that, outstanding job. Ponlo, maybe not so much of an outstanding job. He ran up the staircase. He might be dying here. Ponlo, he'll go for a run. No spells leveled up yet. He's going to try and juke through the tree line. Rebound is there as well, but he's just going to accept the fact that he is dead. Emo, the one to take first blood here on the mid invoker. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
It's a good time for Emo. Gonna have that gold injection, get into the null, just have a good time trading there. And he is gonna hold his ground on the Ember. Up against the Invoker, it shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. You should have enough play here on the Ember to kind of trade back and forth. Play with your Sleight of Fist, try to dodge out Emo's spells. Emo should be able to be the one to try to be aggressive, especially as he gets more spells up and running. Should be able to just try to poke and force Yi away. At the same time, Yi's also just going to be able to farm. So it should be relatively even until maybe level 4, and that's the point where Emo or Yi might want to kind of try to dance around there.
Top lane, Ulu and Red Panda going to be up against FY and JT. So JT on the Doom once again. Against the safe lane of SF, I don't think it's as hard of a lane. Feels like the Doom should have a much better time, and with the black up of FY here, he should really just be safe. I highly doubt they find a kill into the Doom, unless maybe a Fire Blast into Razors, but I'd say more than likely you'd find FY if anything.
Yeah, more than likely, maybe just squeezing out the Rubicon.
I didn't jinx it, did I? JT, run. Oh, I've jinxed it. Oh, no. Oh, no. I apologize to any IG fans out there. That's a caster's curse on my part. Deepest apologies. We'll move on to the bottom lane, Jonathan. Ponlo, of course, going to be there with Xingxi against Ollie and Fly. What are you thinking about this lane, John? I'd hate to say anything in case I curse it again.
I think it's fairly stable for Fly. You can still kind of melt through refraction when it's up. Fly's just focusing on some aggression with the melt and side blades, trying to get some chip damage away. Once you do hit level 3 here, it does feel pretty good to kind of rebound and then dispose into the Spirit Siphon. Like, the slows make it easier for Ponlo to chase down. The TA doesn't have that much HP early on. The magic damage is going to do a lot of work. And the combination of Lich and TA isn't the most aggressive. Like, you aren't going to be using your Frost Armor aggressively here. You can kind of slow down the engagement with it, along with the Frost Blast, but it is just focused on farming, and I always kind of favor lanes that can just take initiative much more as they try on Fly now.
They are going to give it a crack, Fly. Trying to fight back, but the rebound is there. Xingxi in once again, Fly. Oh, he's going to go down, Ponlo. Barely got the final right click off, able to secure the kill onto the TA. Very big pickup here for Aster.Aries.
Just goes back to that combination. You get the slow, you get the sun, you can chase someone down very well. Red Panda up top, buying some space out for his core, giving Ulu some room as he does get chased down. That's a good amount of room. They can't really do much, but you've got the mana burn creep for JT, and as an SF focused on the raises, spamming that out is not going to feel good for Ulu.
Red Panda, he's looking for that body block again. This time FY is going to have the lift. Oh, JT, he's still in big trouble. Red Panda Not going to leave him alone, but Ulu did not have the long-range raise available. Red Panda cops a Fade Bolt to the backside from FY. Will get punished for even attempting.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Managed to turn it around. Didn't manage to block well enough. The mana burn creep from JT, that mana burn ability is just too much. Ulu, it makes him miss out on just a single raise. You need every single one to land these kills.
Fly.
Just miss out.
Bot lane still being chased by Ponlo. Crypt Swarm is there. Fly. Barely going to survive. Ponlo still just harassing Ollie back as well. Has Crypt Swarm back up, but it's only level 1, so you can't really secure the TA kill here. You're just fine. But this support DP from Ponlo against the POS 1 TA, it's just so annoying. You never have refraction chances. Just never.
Should help.
Yeah, you just never will. And I think that's why Fly again was playing pretty focused on creeps early on, but you've got really good gap close coming out from Aster.Aries. You can just threaten immediately. The Lich can't really stop that unless he kind of goes for the value point in Sinister Gaze, which all he does have. So you can kind of cut off for a moment, but you just have so much more play on Aster.Aries. And again, when you can take initiative in the lane, it just feels a lot better. Even in mid lane, like, Yi is dropping low, he's out of mana, but he is still farming. Like, Emo is not able to necessarily stop that Ember from getting the build up. He is getting his own build up as well, mind you, but as long as Yi farms, I don't think you consider that a loss at all. Like, an even lane for the Ember here is just kind of winning.
Yeah. Mid lane, Emo. Having a decent enough time, but he's having such a good time on this Ember. Top of the CS board, just no real struggle here against the Invoker. Top lane, Red Panda sneaking up behind FY and JT again, but not much mana on Ulu to really back him up with the raises. So Red Panda, maybe just a bit of harassment to be dealt in. With JT, with the mana burn creep, it's just such a value creep, right? Because you're never going to allow Ulu the chance now to have the mana to get all those raises off. And as you can see, Ulu now completely out of mana. Can't really do much. Just hit some creeps.
Yeah, very engaging gameplay out from JT. Very high skill to do this onto Ulu. And even Red Panda doesn't enjoy that as well, right? Like, he runs out of mana, that lane is just very passive. So overall, Aster.Aries off to a really good start with their lanes. Outside of maybe top it, even then Ulu's finding farm. Every lane kind of shaping up very nicely. Very even on the kills. But most certainly in the CS, they're controlling that farm really well.
JT in trouble again, but he'll turn. Ulu out of mana completely. Will go for a bit of a run. Still ticking out to the burn damage of the Infernal Blade and Scorched Earth, but is going to be okay. Meanwhile, bottom lane, a bit of a jump in. Shengxi, he is going to get punished.
Denied.
So Ollie, able to take that kill on the Lich. Unable to really give it over to Fly, but he'll just be happy with the fact that the Marcy is dead.
He had to drag in Emo for that kill. Is worthwhile. Doesn't have anything like an early urn, though, to build up some charges to play with the Cold Snap. So you don't get too much. That is space down mid for Yi to play around. He's got level 6 up, so you can always dodge out if danger shows itself. Yi is tied into mid, though. He does not have the Flame Guard, so it's a little bit harder for him to make a rotation and run heroes down. He's going to need a connection to make with the Searing Chains, and it's not always a guarantee, so just going to have to focus in on that farm for a little bit longer.
Mid lane, Yi is going to have a bit of a go here at Emo. And Yi's had an extremely good time in the mid lane, just farming himself up on that Ember. Mind you, Emo not too far behind, only 3 CS behind at the moment, which is to be expected. Bottom lane, however, Fly, pretty big kill if they can secure. He'll turn back in onto Shengxi. A lot of damage being dealt. The Frost Shield keeping him safe, and Fly. Well, he's still going to run from Ponlo.
Ooh.
Crypt Swarm, however, off the mark. Fly. A man on the run. Sentry dropped as well, but no, the body blocks Ollie. Ollie will not allow it. Ponlo, he has another Crypt Swarm, but Fly has refraction. He's just waiting for the mana to be wasted from Ponlo. Ollie really saving the day on that POS 5 Lich.
Yeah, they played really well there on IG, just punishing Shengxi this time a lot more. And not allowing Aster.Aries to take initiative any longer. He is still kind of suffering in farm, but you know what? This is the point where you can kind of go jungle. You've gotten a couple of kills in your lane. You're feeling good. You're bouncing back. And you can start to just think about your itemization. Go for that Dragonlance. Maybe start to consider the stacks here, although I don't think anyone's had time to really leave the lanes to build up stacks, but you would want to kind of invest in that TA going forward. We'll see if there's a rune given out for that. You are leaving Ollie solo, and that could be where Aster.Aries just kind of finds someone to bully. Just run down the Lich if they can, and bounce back on chunks to kind of get more into that build-up for the armlet.
Speaking of CS as well, John, Ulu now overtaking in terms of CS on the ESF. Has moved himself into the jungle, so naturally going to start escalating quite fast. Top of the net worth board is actually going to be Sheng Si on that Marcy again. He's very close to that armlet now for Aster.Aries. So hard to deal with the Marcy once you do have that initial damage item up. With just so much mobility on this hero. You just need a bit of damage with that unleash and sidekick and suddenly you're just a machine.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ponlo. Gonna go onto Ollie. Lich. Frost Shield only gonna keep him so safe, but Ponlo, has he gone too far? TPs are incoming. Ollie, he might drop, but Emo is here. Ollie, still running, does eventually go down as Ponlo. He will trade his life away for this. Not the worst trade in the world, though. He does secure the kill on the Lich and ends up getting a free reset. Not the worst situation.
Yeah, you're dragging attention down bot instead of up top. So you're ensuring that the SF isn't rotated on in his jungle because everyone's going down bot to respond instead. You're giving some space for Red Panda to soak some EXP. Not the most key hero in terms of rushing a level 6, but chain stuns with Fire Blast, chain stuns out with the Ignite can also feel really damn good. And you're kind of happy with that anyway.
Yi, dropping rather low. Emo, he'll go for the chase. Remnant's not going to be enough yet. Do they have detection? FY, he's around. Yi, he shows himself with the sleight of fist. They're going to try and turn it. FY, he goes down, but they've lost the Ember. Oh boy, Emo, going to try and run. Make this a good trade for the side of IG. Ponlo, he'll continue with the chase, but will not be able to help secure this kill. Emo, he's going to be okay.
Yeah, it's a big kill to find IG, slowing down that pacing out on Yi. And Emo off to a fantastic start now with all his rotations, constantly topped up on the urn, constantly looking for these kill opportunities. Why?
Jump in. Rebound is there. Refraction was out in time. In fact, FY, he stole the exorcism on his own, so they might be able to turn it. Chain Frost is out. It'll be a 1-for-1 so far, but in comes the cavalry. Emo is there. Yi, he's out of remnants on the Ember, but he's in the tree line. He'll survive for now. Instead, Ponlo, he's going to be targeted. He'll go down. And they still have the Ember. Do they realize he does not have a TP? It seems like FY does. They'll find him. They'll even take the remnants away. FY wanting to chase him down out of mana, but it won't matter. And one thing you have to be careful of as support DP, John, is to not give exorcism away to the opposite Rubik.
Yes, that's a big steal out from FY. We saw how much Yi just melted to those ghosts running towards him. He had no play. He had nothing to really counteract that, and IG have just been on point with response. They're not done.
Ben, there's your remnants, FY. He's got the initiation now. Red Panda. Here we go. He's the magician, Jonathan FY. That's what I used to call him, and well, it's begun. He's off to a start.
Oh yeah, he's building up for the team. 10-5, 1k lead on IG. We saw that early start from Aster.Aries with the CS. Now it's the IG cores that are on top. Fly, JT up there, Emo, and should keep up pace with Ulu's farm. Shengse not too far behind. It's really Yi that took a hit. Like, his laning phase looked good, but he was a lot less active, and he's been picked off a couple of times too many. They need to find a way to kind of keep this Ember, or give this Ember something to play with here, as they're just constantly on him. Like, they group up mid once more. Yi has nothing to do with Red Panda. It's just not a duo that does all too much. They're buying space for Ulu. Dragonlance seems to be done going into the BKB next, but there's a lot of play for IG. Doom's going to be off cooldown in a minute. Midas up on JT. BKB blink next. And if he's allowed to just build into this, you're going to have issues. You're going to have very easy ways of locking in Yi.
Absolutely. Now 13 minutes in. 10-5 here. In the favor of IG. Very slight net worth lead. Only 1k the way of IG.
Radiant's top tower
And a lot of that is going to be naturally on the Doom of JT, but more importantly, Fly as well, farming very effectively on that T8. the net worth board so far, and this is the kind of start you really want as a Templar Assassin. We'll have the Deso up soon. Ponlo's going to be around that top lane to try and make sure it's defended. Fly doesn't really have his team to back him up. Instead, bot lane might be where the action happens. Rebound is there. Ollie actually juking out the stun. Has the frost shield. Will go for the gaze out as well. Lift up from FY. Do they want to really chase for this Lich? It doesn't seem like it. He'll be alright. Ollie is very calm and patient with that frost shield. Is able to survive. But in they come. Aster.Aries. Jump in, FY, he'll get caught out. Chain Frost though will be there, bouncing around two of them. It's a fair bit of damage into the Slider Fist. Sunstrike out, it's not gonna land. Ollie's down, FY. What can he do on his own? Probably not much. He's really out of spells here, and is gonna drop to Red Panda, who does pick up a double kill on the Ogre Magi. And that'll be the bottom tier 1 tower to go down.
It takes a little bit of effort. They do manage to find two nice little morsels here on the side of Aster.Aries. Just the two supports. Not really the big core kills you'd want. On low.
The danger. Spirit Vessel will tick away. Silence is there, but eventually he will drop. Emo. 6th kill of the game already on this Invoker. This is more like the Emo we know.
Just so active on the map, so willing to make these rotations with the Spirit Vessel up, and he just wants to play. Just wants to run around. Fly up top though.
Go for a run. Remnants forward here from Yi. Chains. They're gonna be there. There they are. Lock him down, root him up. Fly. Still running. Won't matter though. Yi able to secure the kill on the Ember. That's a very impactful kill here for Aster.Aries, and Emo doesn't seem too happy about it.
Yeah, and just a bit too far forward there for Fly farming, and a bit of a danger zone does get punished. Aster.Aries. Again, despite the kill board being a three kill lead for IG, it's really not much. Less than around 1k lead up. You kind of expect that coming up from JT with Midas, of course, and the Devour. Fly. Only about 100 gold above Ulu. So Ulu still has a lot. I mean, he's keeping up well. He's clearing out these camps. He's farming really nicely. He's going to have a BKB quick. And once that spell immunity is up, you will have to make some choices on IG. JT's going to have to kind of pick and choose. Does he prioritize locking in the Ember? Does he have to doom up Ulu just to remove the BKB from the equation? It becomes a little bit tough at that point, as you are reliant mainly on JT to kind of counteract that. And for IG's part, they're not going defensive. Like you pointed out, Fly is going for the Deso. BKB for him is going to be a ways off. JT has the BKB being built up, but does need about 1,000 more gold. And Emo is actually going back for Midas himself, so maybe they expect a bit of a slower game here from IG.
You love your Midas gaming. I think it was the Emo Invoker that impressed us back in the day, wasn't it? Back when we used to cast the CN region a lot. And well, the man knows what he's doing, Jonathan. Let's not question him too much here, Emo. He knows what he's doing on the Invoker. His bottom lane. Doom is going to come out. JT try and chase down the Depth Prophet. Sunstrike looks like it did connect. Eventually, he will just burn away. Ponlo, he's gone. Meanwhile, top lane. Dive in. Chain Frost following down Shengxi, but he's going to be fine to rebound away. They couldn't hold him down on that Marcy, so he'll be just fine. We'll be able to protect that top tier 2 tower, no problem.
Yeah, they hang on to the objective side of IG. I mean, you did waste Chain Frost. It's a pretty long cooldown, and it does feel like all these spell use on that has been on point. It's been a good source of damage throughout this game. Ample time for Aster.Aries to kind of clump up more heroes up top. Ooh,
nice tornado. Emo, he's very quick with the fingers. Remnants forward. FY, he'll just jump in straight away. Sunstrike is there as well. Shengxi's still not dead. Oh, FY's the one to drop. How does he survive?
He had sidekick running for a little bit, had some life steal, and he managed to get a really well-timed armlet on the Urn tick, on that Spirit Vessel tick. So he managed to just dodge out that little extra bit of damage and just kind of sidestepped on the edge of the Sunstrike, I believe. Just all these tiny little things not lining up for IG makes them miss out on the kill opportunity. And now it's Aster.Aries going for the smoke play. They've got the Maelstrom up on Yi. He's working onto the BKB. Could find something juicy, although mid is pretty hard to play in.
Aster.Aries, Ponmo lifted up, gets the D ward, is going to get gazed here by Ollie. He does have his team behind him, but JT's going to join in from the backside onto the Ember. He'll remnant away. Instead, it's onto Ponmo. Ponlo is going to drop. The rest of Aster.Aries, they will back their way out safely. They'll give up that support Death Prophet. IG still seem to be in control of this game, number 3. In fact, they look like they might even consider Roshan with the Deso up on Fly. But they will back towards the Radiant Triangle instead. Just keep that farm going on Fly.
Yeah, just keep the build up. Your TA still has room to grow. Would probably want that BKB or Blink next now on TA. A bit of a smoke out though with Emo and FY. Gonna try again.
Dire's middle tower is under
Do
attack.
not have the forward vision on the upper part of that ramp into the jungle. They're gonna have to try to sneak around, but they do have ward on the higher area. They saw Shang-Si, but probably not the target they'd want. So maybe a bit of a wasted smoke coming through. Still a good area to reposition towards, as Aster.Aries isn't too far out. If they go a bit too forward in this jungle, could be dangerous.
Aster.Aries. Check out Roshan. Make sure it's not happening. It isn't. IG hanging around the west of the map right now in the dire jungle. Aster.Aries trying to play a bit of a slower game, I think, considering that they are 4K behind right now. Just the TA, though, going to really enjoy this farming time. Like, you're going to work easily into a Blink Dagger now for Fly, and after that, probably a BKB. So he got very lucky as well, finding the Grove Bow while he was farming that Radiant
Dire's
Triangle.
middle tower is
So
under
added
attack.
range for the old TA. Happy days for him. Emo, he'll just slowly chip away at that
Dire's
mid-tier
middle
1
tower
tower and get
has
away
fallen.
with it with the Forge creep. JT moves his way in to that dire triangle. He's gonna see Ulu with this Invis rune. He's just creeping so slowly here, John. Look at this. Look how slow JT is. You'd think he's a Crystal Maiden right now. Ulu. Oh, JT's
he's
literally
walking
stalking me. Oh, there's your Doom out. Surprise! Ponlo, he's here to try and help out for JT. BKB out, TP away. See you later. Cool guys, don't look at explosions. Meanwhile, top lane, Fly, he's gonna be fine. He'll blink out of it.
And they managed
That's
to get
so
a good
sad.
hit and run. It looked like they were maybe
Radiant's
suspicious
top
someone
tower
was
is
around.
under
Palmer was
attack.
just hanging around the T1. BKB pumps, he's not in deny range. Doesn't manage to get that onto his ally. And he even pops Exo. Massive amount of spells being popped there by Ares. And it just cost him a Doom, which, you know, you don't really mind too much. JT's going to be still focusing in on that farm anyway. So you kind of cut off the main arterial flow. Still trying.
I mean, they might try to fight here against Emo. This will be a big pickoff. Emo! Oh, he
Ooh.
gets the tip. Ponlo, he's feeling it now. FY trying to back up his teammate. Is going to get punished as well. Uh-oh. Emo was on an unstoppable streak and just gave all that gold back the way of this Marcy. That is not good news.
Yeah, and again, we've seen what Shang-Si can do with a well-farmed Marcy. Blink coming out next, Basher next. Once that Basher is up, you are in a world of trouble with that BKB up and running as well. Like, you just focus in, unleash, then you have to make that choice once more. Who do you really doom? You're always going to be encountering that question on yourself for JT until he gets something like the Ags. And based on how JT itemized last time, the Ags doesn't seem to be a priority for him. So you have a lot of rain here, a leeway here on Aster.Aries to initiate because, all right, you do him up Ulu. All right, we have Shang-Si. We have Yi, who can jump in, and you don't have any answers to that mobility, to that damage. 2 scans out. They do spot out Aster.Aries here from IG scan. Aster.Aries' scan does not spot IG, so the sneaky smoke might pay off.
And we go. IG. Oh, they run right into Ulu. Quick BKB's out, however. Jump in. Shingxi, he's found JT on the Doom. No Doom available anyway, and the Requiem gonna fly right through. IG, they need to run. This is not the fight. Yee's in. Oh, he's gone. They found Fly on that TA. How do you
Oh,
save this
FY.
man? In comes Emo with a tornado. Shingxi, however, he'll juke out the Chaos Meteor, but FY, he does take down the kill. In they go again. Red Panda going down as well. FY finally ends up dying on the Rubicus Ponlo. He'll BKB up now. Look at this guy. He went. Oh, Ponlo, no.
Nah.
Oh, that's a bit too confident there, Ponlo. Yee. Oh, Sunstrike's going to connect Emo. He doesn't miss. Triple kill out for the Invoker. Not even pressing the tip button onto Ponlo there, Johnny Emo. He'll hold out for now.
Oh, You want something more impressive coming out there. It looked decent enough getting that jump on JT. He did not have the Doom up. But FY would he unleash? He actually melted a lot of them in the middle of that fight while they were chasing the bigger cores. And with that opening, they go straight into Roche. Fly with the Deso makes short work of this. There is no counterplay available for Aster.Aries to kind of rely on here. They're just going to have to surrender that objective. And IG going to find themselves in a really good foothold in this game. 18-14, 4K lead up their way. Aegis up and running. Security on Fly. BKB going to be the next pickup for him here as well. And instantly looking for the smoke. They've got the Doom back up. Didn't have it in that last fight. They can just look to kind of bully out Aster.Aries while they try to farm here.
Here we go. Shinxi, he's not the easiest target. He's got the BKB up, but if you can get the Doom off, it won't matter, as they do get the lift off from FY. That'll be enough. Very nice pick off there for Emo once again. Back onto a dominating spree for the Invoker. He wasn't even at the team fight, John.
Arms for the
He
dead.
just Sunstrikes.
As you'd expect. As you'd expect from your Invoker. Just play across the map, get a Sunstrike off, and find the kills that way. Contribute, as they would say, when they take the kill away from your hard-working hands. Still, the side of Aster.Aries, and they've got to find a way to just stall. They need to kind of just wait out. BKB on Ulu is still at the 8-second charge. Shangse, you need that blink. You need that blink on the Morsi, or just go all in and get the Basher. Either or needs to come out. You need that added control. You need that added jump to follow through from Yi. Yi, for his part, looks like his BKB's done as well. Onto the blink next for our Ember. And that is still a while off. IG going for that push down bot. And with the Aegis up, there's really not much to scare them off from this.
And you've even got the sidekick from FY now for Fly, so much more bonus damage flying out onto the TA as Red Panda was spotted by the trap. You know what, JT, he does have the War Stomp available and Duma. With the blink, he might be able to get a very nice initiation, but a nice Observe Ward going to give a bit of vision, now de-warded. Still patiently waiting. T2 tower still dropping here for IG, or rather for the side of Aster.Aries.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
That'll be enough. IG, they get away with it for free, and Aster.Aries, they feel a little bit stiff right now, Jonathan. They don't look comfortable. There'll be a 5-man smoke though. Maybe they'll get it together here. Gonna stretch
I think
a little
their big
bit here.
issues. Their big issues like teamfight control. Like, they don't have something that just knocks out a couple of heroes fast. They've got to get a good angle out, good chains out from Yi, and a really good rebound out from Shangse.
Maybe his rune's gonna be found out. He'll take that. Smoke kind of obvious here from Aster.Aries, revealing themselves in the mid lane. IG, they'll happily take the outpost for themselves, making their own smoke very obvious. Aries, they will at least be able to take the mid-tier 1 tower, so they get an objective for their trouble. It's something. With that, IG, they might just work on towards the top tier 1 tower. Oh, excuse me, top tier 2 tower. They've still got 2 minutes on the Aegis. But another 5-man smoke up.
See if they find the angle. Good wraparound here from Aster.Aries. JT being caught out first, removing the Doom from the equation early, might allow them more angles in these prolonged fights. They back off.
Here we go. They are backing off. IG, very, very good reading of the map again. Is everyone gonna get out? Oh, they do. Oh, that's just so depressing. All of them just get out.
It's not a good feeling for Aster.Aries, but it was pretty telegraphed. Mid-tier 1 faults, you don't show up, you're not shoving in the lane, you're definitely just trying to swing up. IG are ready. Back off, just keep that lead for themselves at 9k. Age is still up for a minute. They do have one more smoke if they want to play here, and they will.
Why the hell not? Smoke advantage here for IG. BKB up for Fly as well, so the team fight just gets no easier for Aster.Aries.
Radiant are scanning.
IG. Heal their position with that trap being placed by Fly. Mid lane, Ponlo. Oh, JT scouting around. He might get the info. Fly, Ponlo. He's going to reveal himself, trying to go after the Doom. Little do they know, Fly has, or rather JT has his whole team behind him. They're going to back off. By the way, John, you got your wish you asked for last game. Yee's farming his own Blink Dagger on this Emperor now.
Dire's
Yeah,
middle
just
tower
gonna go
is
for that
under
again,
attack.
as we've seen before. Does help in dodging out. Would like to see down the line though the refresh and the Ags. I think are going to be really key here. Just have that mobility to reach into the back line, dance around. You might need a protective item though. Like as long as JT doesn't have Ags, Lincoln Sphere will always be useful. That could be one way to go here as well for you after that blink. But I don't mind it. It just allows him to take
Radiant's
weirder
middle tower
risks,
is under
use
attack.
his remnants maybe a little bit more
Dire's top tower
defensively,
is under attack.
and just kind of give opportunities to draw out these fights. Top tower will fall. Fly, just no one going to stop him here.
Dire's
Aegis
top
has
tower
expired,
has fallen.
but it doesn't dissuade him. He knows they're ahead. He's got a little Crystallis on hand for a lot more damage. It's the side of Aster.Aries that really needs to kind of get a hold. Their high ground hold isn't the best here from the side of Aster.Aries.
On low, good
Radiant's
position.
middle tower is under attack. Dire's top
Nobody knowing
tower
he's
is
there.
under attack.
No smoke anyway though, so IG. Not gonna really lose too much out of this. Just not gonna be able to really find anyone from Aster.Aries. Aster.Aries on the main hand. Just in that dire triangle. IG still grouped up on the western side of that mid-river. Fly waiting. Ponlo gonna show himself. Is it a bait? It feels like it may be, but they are still the weaker team in all this. Sunstrike, it's gonna get a bit of vision. And now a double damage is gonna spawn up. Alright.
Damage.
Fly, I don't think he was lacking double damage with that enchanted quiver and the Crystallis and the Desolator as well, but just in case, there's a double damage for him. Hell, let's make life even better for the guy. Let's get sidekick again for FY. Let's make it real good.
Yeah, just pile on. Maybe even a
Dire's
bloodlust
middle
out
tower
wouldn't be
is
too
under
bad
attack.
as well to steal
Quite
out.
alacrity as well.
Oh yes, of course. Stack them all on. Buff up the TA is the name of the game. I mean, they've been holding their ground. They're very disciplined on IG. They're really just not leaving this high ground. They know where Aster.Aries is playing, and Aster.Aries just expend another smoke sitting around. They cannot breach this gap. No one will cross this no man's land. Although JT, nah.
They are underneath the Aster.Aries vision in that area, so you don't really want to play there if you're IG. Not that they know that, of course. Thing is as well, like, right now IG's got an 83% win probability chance, right? One bad team fight, that goes down the toilet. I mean, that's just skyrocketing way down.
Yeah, you run the risk of just allowing Aster.Aries to bounce back. Like, you cannot underestimate the scaling of Ulu, you cannot underestimate the scaling of Yi, and Shangse, which he is already built into the Basher. Going for the Blink next, into the Crystallis, maybe the Daedalus afterwards. I mean, this is a late game powerhouse if you do make a couple of mistakes here. IG. Emo is alone down bot, but it's only Pono and Shangse.
Still a big pick off if you can get it, but he has his BKB up. I don't see how you get this kill with only two, but they're dragging more heroes down. Yi joining in now. Thing is, if he gets his BKB off, he probably just runs out of here. You don't really have the greatest lockdown.
Scanning.
Aster.Aries, they're going to let this one go. Aster.Aries will also scan out the dire pit, just make sure Roshan's not happening, but it hasn't respawned yet either. It's still about 2 minutes away. Checking to make sure it's not an early respawn. Lift up, Red Panda, he'll get deleted. Very quick.
Never know the mysteries.
That's without a double damage or the alacrity or the sidekick, by the way. There's plenty of scaling to go on here for Fly, that's for sure.
Yeah, he just rips you apart if you're not careful. Silver Edge already up on Fly. Good source of break,
Dire's
good
middle
source of
tower
damage.
is under attack.
And IG, again, just so much more discipline. Holding back, they know they've got a pretty good grip on the entire map right now. They're forcing Aster.Aries to play so far away from their own base for the defense and just kind of try to play this farm game. Like Ulu working on to the AC, trying to build up even more minus armor to play with along with his aura. It could be one way to really soften up these targets. Ponlo, he's got his blink up on that DP, so he can blink forward, try to get the silence off, as we've seen him attempt last time as well. Could be the way they open up these fights, or at least follow through from the rebound of Shangse and just set up from there. The slower pace of the game does feel a lot better for IG though, Mike. I mean, this TA still has a little bit of room to grow. Dragonlance could be upgraded. You could get your Swift Blink up here as well. And just kind of keep itemizing like the items here on JT. He is going for Silver Blade, Shadow Blade first, so no Ags on the Doom. Maybe he doesn't feel like they even need the AoE Doom anyway, which is fair enough. They really haven't had to use it. Smoke out again.
That's perfect
yeah.
from FY. That's why you still the Sleight of Fist as the Rubik. You just break smokes like that so easily. Ulu, he's going to find a DD rune now, John, right before Roshan respawns, which is tradition. It's an unspoken rule of Dota 2. Roshan up now. This could be the turning point. You've got the DD advantage on this SF. All you've got to do is make sure Ulu can just stand there and hit people. That's basically it. In we go. Roshan, it's not going to be easy. You've always got the trap vision, but Polo, he's going to force it. Where's the sentry for the trap, though? They've got vision. It's not going to be an easy Roshan as long as that trap's still standing. Polo, he just hangs around in the pit. Vessel will be there. Yi, he'll make the jump in. BKB's pop. Who are we aiming? JT in the backside. He found Cheng Si, but he's still fine. Still alive. Red Panda, he's in trouble. Might burn out. But the only person to die right now is the Marcy. There goes FY on the Rubik. He'll drop as well. Red Panther to drop by the neutral creep. Emo now. He'll die to boot. Ponlo even going down to the Death Prophet. Just a complete mess here for Aster.Aries Azulu. Still trying to fight back with the Sunstrike. Gonna fly in and fly. He always had the kill. Ugly team fight here for Aster.Aries.
Pretty awkward. Like, it looked decent enough. They kind of got baited in by IG's movement.
Emo, he's not done yet. He found Yi.
Yeah, they find everything. They get all of them down. They get the Aegis up. They get the Shard up and Fly. He's got the Silence now and the Psionic. And it is incredibly tough for Aster.Aries. Their high ground defense is just not particularly amazing. Their team fight potential is really just hanging on a good Requiem, which is not how you want that to go. Alacrity up on Fly, Fortify expended. They will have a refresh with a tier 3 falling, but it's just not enough to stop. The respawns are coming out. Ponlo's gonna be up. You've got buyback ready on Yi, but they need a pick off. Their lineup really excels at that. They just haven't found IG broken apart in any recent fight.
No, IG's just played very clean, that's for sure. They will back off after the top racks. Again, we know IG, they're going to play this conservatively. This is the game 3 of a lower bracket series, so you really don't want to get knocked out, especially when you're so close to those lower bracket semi-finals, so they will play it very, very safe. Aster.Aries, they're the ones that need to make a move. You've been pointing this out for a while. The ball's in their court. Currently they're fumbling that ball, Jonathan, that's for sure. Aster.Aries just not able to find the lead they're looking for, and matters only get worse. You've got a Refresher Orb on this Doom, you've got an Iron Skadi on Fly now. The game just got infinitely harder.
It's certainly not getting any easier. Aster.Aries, I mean, it looks like they're just accepting a high ground defense now, holding on. But smoke out from IG, they might be able to find another pick off into a free set of objectives.
IG, FY's in. They found Yi straight off the bat. He's gone. Buyback is there. They're going to try and take down this Doom before the secondary Doom does come out. The Requiem, it does land. They've got FY. They've got JT. Fly. He's dropping low as well. He's going to lose his first life. Is this the team fight? Have they gone too far and IG's in? Rebound is in. Fly's gone. No buyback. Here comes the turnaround. Ponlo trying to get the vision. No detection, the dust was on cooldown. But 3 down for the side of IG and Aster.Aries. It does cost them a buyback on the Emperor. As Ponlo, he's still confident. He's still spamming voice lines.
Still letting them know how he feels. For IG, that does fully secure the top racks at least. So that's one complete lane of super creeps that the side of Aster.Aries will have to deal with. They do have a nice opening to head down mid.
He wants some revenge on Ponlo. He's not happy about this Death Prophet. Ponlo, there's not much he can do about this. He'll have to just kind of sack the life here, except the fact that he is going to die. Ponlo hands the tip out to Emo. Just a bit of respect. You know, pretty much all Emo could do there. even force the top
Radiant's
lane in
middle
with the
tower
Forge
has fallen.
Spirits. But Aster.Aries, they're not backing off. They're gonna have to try for high ground.
Radiant are scanning.
Yep. Still have some time until the respawns are up on IG. They do have at least one Doom ready to go when he is back. So it can be a little bit tougher. And they are pushed away just by how close those respawns are. So they play it safe. Hex is now up on Emo. Additional control coming out for the Invoker. Working into the refresh next. So double Hex, double BKB is going to feel awesome for him. Side of Aster.Aries. Now with, finding what they can off the map, are just going to have to farm up some more. Ulu working onto the Satanic. That's going to be nice. We already have the blink back and blink up on Chang'e. So he can kind of give you more control now in these engagements. And once he has a little Chrysalis, well, some heroes should start to melt. Question is whether or not that's enough. 26 to 19, 19k lead. IG. It still feels like despite a couple of losses here and there, they are still in control of the game.
I mean, 93% win probability is still standing. Like, yeah, there was a bit of a dip, but they bought the dip, John, and just went right back up. Happy days for IG. Just gotta make sure not to throw too many team fights. That's all it's about. It's their game to lose. 8% is what's given to Aster.Aries this game. Outpost being taken. IG. Again, conservative play. Probably just gonna wait for the next Roshan. Mind you, we are quite far away from that next Roshan, so 3.5 minutes till we even find out when Roshan's respawning. That is going to buy a little bit of time for Aster.Aries to get some farm going for themselves. Problem is, they don't really know where they can farm on the map right now. Like, the whole map just belongs to IG anyway.
Yeah, they just can't dip out. Like they're forced to hold high ground despite all the leeways they made. Maybe by the time the next Roach starts to get closer, that's when we start to see the smoke commitment out from Aster.Aries. Try to get that secondary life. We've got the Satanic up on Ulu as well, so now he can try to hold his ground, get some good right clicks off, and just sustain through some of that damage output. But if he gets doomed up, that doesn't count for much. Double doom is still a constant threat from JT, and that's down to Chang'e and Yi to catch JT off guard once more, prevent him from using his spells. Because that's where the success has been coming from Aster.Aries. Like, if they find JT jumping in first and he doesn't use Doom, you can bet you're going to be feeling very happy on your end of things if you're Aster.Aries. Still, that window's starting to shrink a little bit here, Mike, because JT is going back to pick up that axe. And once that's up, even one Doom use is going to be enough, because it'll force some very dynamic grouping choices out from the side of Aster.Aries.
What I'm more concerned about, John, is the refresher orb being built up on Emo. Like, considering an Evoker player of his level with a refresher orb and the Scythe device, like, it's just... You've seen how much damage these Chaos Meteors and Sunstrikes do in the middle of team fights. It's going to be a very painful experience if he does get to the stage where he does have the refresher orb up. IG. Back into that dire jungle once again. This time, Aster.Aries, they are around. This could be very dangerous, but they'll jump in. Emo, he's got the BKB off. They couldn't get a stun. They couldn't get the dispose. They do at least force the BKB of the Invokers. Now, Fly, they're going to jump in, but Yi, very quick reactions, is in as well. FY, he's going to drop. Fly, needs to run, but Ponlo keeps moving forward with the Exorcism, trying to tank through all the damage, but will die as well. 1 for 1. Buyback was expended by FY. Still a minute till we find out when Roshan does respawn. So this buyback probably not going to amount to much.
Yeah, you can kind of tell just how tense every engagement is right now for IG and for Aster.Aries. They know both sides still have angles to win. IG just feels like their angle is a lot easier, but Aster.Aries, with a well-executed strike, can just find more to play with. Just going to have to poke and prod on the mid. Bloodlust does make it a little bit tougher to force something in. And the wave clear is there on Aster.Aries' side. So, just a patience game now, waiting for someone to overextend. Neither side presenting that opening, not presenting that opportunity. Although, again, if in this kind of game, if you are the one shoving in the creep waves into the enemy, you generally are in a very winning position.
IG, they are somewhat struggling to make a high ground attempt. I mean, I say struggling, I think they are still making the decision to just sit back and relax. Roshan just too important, and we're going to find out when it respawns, and it's a long
Ooh,
timer.
Jesus.
The longest timer possible, in fact, 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. I mean, that does give both sides some time to consolidate and build a farm, but that does favor IG with her map control. So you honestly don't mind too much. JT Ags, 200 gold away. Not gonna have buyback if he does go that route, but you're probably fine. You just need to doom someone or just run in while you doomed yourself, and then doom someone else as well, and then voila. The game is very hard to play for Aster.Aries. 24k lead for IG. Aster.Aries. I mean, there's something about what's happening to Ulu. It doesn't feel like he's just hitting as hard as the other safe lane SFs. Maybe it's the lack of crit. Normally we see a Silver Edge on these Shadow Fiends for just a lot more of that physical burst. It's not there for Ulu in this game. So it just doesn't feel like he melts any hero fast enough to kind of give them the numbers advantage in these fights.
I think the thing is...
Yeah.
Oh, hold that thought, John. We have a 5-man smoke here. They're going to move into the high ground, though. IG, they have the advantage to break the smoke, but a long wraparound. Aster.Aries going the correct way through the top lane, taking the long way around, but a tornado from Emo is going to land on 3 of them. I don't know if he knows. Does it give a sound cue when you connect on people? I don't think it does. In they go. They jump on FY, take down the Rubik immediately. But JT, he's going to jump in onto Ponlo. That's 1 doom down already. He won't refresh yet, but there you go. He'll refresh now. Back in onto the SF, but JT copying a fair bit of damage, but in come the Chaos Meteors from Emo. That'll be your SF gone. He will die once. Does have buyback, though. Will commit immediately. Fly still going. Onto Yi. BKB will be forced out from the Ember. Emo now looking for a way out. Is going to find another kill onto Red Panda. So Aster.Aries are desperately trying to find someone to hunt down. They'll find Ollie, but it's not really the kill you really want here. Ollie actually going to try and make a run as Fly going to try and cut them off. In comes the cavalry. Emo and Fly. They'll show up. They find Shinxi on the Marcy. That'll be another for the side of IG. No buyback available on that Marcy as Aster.Aries. They're in deep waters right now, and they don't really have a boat or paddle, but they'll find JT. That'll be a doom down. Is Emo on the backside going to find Red Panda. That'll be another dieback. Do they keep the fight going? Roshan's 10 seconds away. IG running. Aster.Aries, they'll run towards the pit. They are 5 seconds early. Back towards the right side. Yi's been caught out. Oh, he's going to get taken down. He has buyback, though.
Dire's middle tower.
2v3 scenario. Ulu, he'll go back in. Fly, going for the man fight. In goes Ponlo. Fly, he'll force stuff out of there. The dieback, or rather buyback, is up from Yi. Fly, still trying to move in, but no detection to scout him out. He'll get a lot of damage off onto this Ember and back his way out of there.
Middle tower is under
Roshan has been scouted by IG. Aster.Aries do not know about it yet. But considering the time, they probably should.
This is big for IG. They've got a good path onto the Roshan. Has that free Ags upgrade that he will definitely toss towards JT here. Or Fly, honestly, that's not too bad. Or even Emo, because once he has a refresh double cat, it can be nice. Still doesn't take too long for Roshan to fall, as we have seen from IG. And just gotta see what they decide with that Ags blessing. But Aster.Aries now on the back foot. Free Ags for Emo with a refresh. Double Cataclysm, gonna feel amazing in the middle of these fights. Aster.Aries, man, I mean, again, they've managed to keep their high ground in the same state it was before they lost that top lane of Rax, right? Like, it's still the same. Tier 3 still stand, Rax still stands on mid and bot, but they haven't been able to progress. Like, they are just getting choked out in terms of net worth right now. You're just managing to play around them very nicely on the side of IG. The impact we're seeing from Shanxi is not as much, and I don't think it's even his fault. It just feels like IG's adapted their draft a lot better in this game, making it nearly impossible to just find anyone alone to kill.
Well, I mean, if there's a time to push high ground, it's now, John. Like, you've got everything you could ask for. Refresher Orb available on Emo, the Aghanims upgrade. JT even has a Arcane Blink up now with the Refresher Orb. Like, nothing's really missing. Aegis, everything. Bottom lane. Not going to be able to catch out the Ogre. Red Panda. Going to be alright. Smoke up immediately. They know Emo's down at the bottom side of the map. They want to try and find something. Scan is perfect though. IG, they know exactly where Aster.Aries are. JT, who'll hide in the tree line. Smoke, is it gonna break? It will. Can they guess where he is? JT, he will get spotted. BKB up, trying to survive through it. Can he make it through? His team is trying to get there in time, but JT's gone. No Doom's out. Meanwhile, towards the eastern side, however, Ponlo's down. A 1-for-1, definitely in the favor of Aster.Aries. Ponlo has buyback anyway. Tornado out. They're still gonna try and force a fight from IG, it seems. Fly, he's feeling confident with that secondary life. They'll see the side of Aster.Aries. Fly moves in. Red Panda, the only one left outside of the base. And he's still going to be fine. So Aster.Aries, somehow, some way, John, they continue to not allow IG into the base.
And you're holding them back really well. And just kind of trying to play this build-up game. Like, they are getting some room out. They still have control on their triangle, at least. So it's not completely over. Scotty coming through for Ulu next. You've not got the Chrysalis on Shang-Tse. Does opt away from it. Which is understandable considering the state of game. It doesn't feel like damage should be your top priority right now.
Yeah.
IG. Oh.
Oh, this could be dangerous, FY. He just needs to lift up to secure this one. Yeah, how fast are you going to react? Sleight of Fist is there. Remnant out. That would have been a dieback had he been caught out there. So Yeet. Mind you, he does have Lincoln's BKB, but it's very, very scary here. IG now, a four-man smoke up again without JT up, but he'll be up in 15 seconds. Boots of Travel already queued up here for the Doom as well, so it looks like he is going to be able to rejoin the fight if it does start. But he won't leave himself with buyback gold. If he does buy out those BOTs, once he does respawn, Ulu, gonna see Fly, give him a casual slap. IG so desperately want to take a team fight right now. They know there's no buybacks available for the side of Aster.Aries apart from Ponlo. Gonna try and force this one. JT, he holds onto the buyback goal. He runs the old-fashioned way. Fly, tier 3 tower, under siege now. Get conservative play. They don't want to overextend here against Aster.Aries. They've been punished in the past, that's for sure. G. Fly can just slowly keep chipping away. Just has so much attack range. Eventually, they will have to come Aster.Aries, and there's your lift up. Rebound rather disposes there as well. Nobody being caught out quite yet as the Marcy is going to pop the BKB, and well, Aster.Aries once again forcing Fly back. 50 seconds left on the Aegis. They might have to retreat. It's scary times now.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit rough. They need to find more. They need to take away these tools that Aster.Aries has. Got to remove that tier 3 tower, open up the map more, prevent them from any sort of build-up.
Scotty now up on the SF. Buyback's on cooldown anyway, so he doesn't need the gold. Fly. He doesn't mind dying right now. There's only 20 seconds on the Aegis, but no, they lift him up and throw him away. Chase forward from Yi, perhaps, but no. Maybe just trying to bait out a BKB here from the TA and it never comes. Keep in mind,
So
Ags is now up on Yi. Yeah.
With the Ags, you can now dance around a lot more. This was something that we didn't quite see the last time Yi played the Ember, if I recall right. But now, he's going to have that tagging with the backline. If you can take out FY, take out Ollie, you actually do take care of a lot of your issues. You prevent the Frost from coming out. You prevent a lot of controlling stolen spell plays FY has been bringing to the table. And honestly, that's probably your top priority. After that, you follow into the TA. And that is how you can blow this game open for Aster.Aries.
Aster.Aries, I mean, 42k behind now, John. 42k! Oof. FY, he's got to dispose. They at least find Red Panda. That's him down without buyback for 70. He does have buyback in 30 seconds, though, to be fair. Does have enough gold as well. So just needs to wait 20 seconds for his buyback to be back up on the Ogre. Here we go again.
Not the big
Mid-rank.
slots.
Yi gonna try and clear out the creep wave. Does do so. Chains out as well. In they go. With the dispose, not gonna be there. In fact, Doom is out. JT, he found the Marcy. They want Xingzi down, but JT, he's copying way too much damage. He will end up dropping here as they keep going for more. Yi gonna try his best, but Emo, he'll chase down the SF. Ulu's in big trouble. Trying to survive. Surely can't do it. He will actually pop the Satanic Emo. Oh, Emo can't get it done. Ulu barely survives. The Doom wears off, the Satanic comes out. How is Ulu alive? He didn't have buyback gold. That would have been
on
it.
Razor's Edge. That might have ended the game, but calculated move from Ulu, having the confidence to
Woo.
know that he wouldn't die off there. And IG at her high ground push is foiled once more. Aster.Aries get to hold on. 54 minutes in. But the overwhelming blink now on Emo, at least, so you can just reach in a lot faster onto some of these targets and do a little bit more damage on the initiation. The side of IG, I mean, I know what you do. Like, they are playing it right, they're playing it safe. Instant buyout from Flyby onto his Ags, into the synthesized Ags. So he is going to be working the map, and that's the point in the game where, you know, it starts to feel like you're playing against Arc Warden. TA is just going to show up everywhere, keep everything shoved in, maybe even just sneak into the back line, get some damage and control off onto enemy heroes. And it gets pretty... It stays pretty damn hard for Aster.Aries to push up. For Aster.Aries to do anything outside of defense. There's really just not much play. I mean, you've got the support duo of DP and Ogre Magic. All they do right now is pretty much just die.
Oh, 5-man smoke up again. 43k behind. 6% chance still standing for win probability. Aster.Aries, man, they have just stayed in it. Made a really hype game 3 as they're going to jump in. Who have they got? They found Ollie. That's the Lich gone. He does have buyback. Fly gonna start the fight anyway, but Red Panda's fine. Fly blinks out. In goes Emo. Onto Ulu. Trying to take the SF down. He does have the BKB Satanic, but hasn't popped again. In fact, the Doom is out. They got the SF. He's got buyback. Red Panda, he'll be the next target. Glimmer Cape is there, but eventually he will drop. No buyback for the Ogre. He doesn't... Oh, actually, he's 5 gold away. He... Fly. Onto the mid-racks he goes. The glyph will be forced. Aster.Aries. Can they defend one more time? Fly. He will keep going. Finds the mid-racks. To be fair, at this stage of the game, you probably won't mind Megas too much. Fly. Will continue. They don't want to commit the buyback on Ulu, but there it is. He'll commit it now. Fly needs a way out. Dispose is there. Lift is up, but no. FY. He's going to save the day. Yi. He needs to rush in and get something done. He'll find Ollie at the least on the Lich. This might be a dieback, but no. The Hex is out. They lock down the Ember. He is gone. But he does have buyback. Onto Ponlo. Blink away towards the north. He's going to be fine with the Death Prophet. The bottom racks, though, under siege. Yi, he holds on to the buyback as there's the dispose out. They need Fly down. Another lift up, FY. He won't allow them to finish off Fly. Now the dieback. Ulu's gone. This is over. It looks over at the very least. It's only Yi and Ponlo left. GG's called. GG is called. FY in this last minute, John, saves Fly twice, and that's it. You can't kill the POS1 TA. That'll be game 3 to go the way of IG, and what a game it was. Ponlo, he'll give the good luck over.
They had a good journey, Aster.Aries. Very hopeful in those TI qualifiers. You know, looking good, even though they did drop down to the lower bracket. Had a pretty good run. IG, though, do look revitalized. They're a tough opponent. We saw some big plays coming out. We saw their decision to play that game slow and cautiously, very calculating, not giving any openings, not giving any